What causes sinus drainage? Cold and flu symptoms can be caused by dry air dehydration. It is produced by your sinuses and drained from back of your throat. When should I see my healthcare provider? The most commonly performed sinus surgeries are minimally invasive. They usually provide immediate relief from sinus pain and pressure. Cleaning inside your nose. To rinse your nose, wash and dry your hands, then cup the palm of one hand and pour a small amount of solution into it. You can either use a homemade solution or a pharmacy-made solution. Warm and cold compresses. For 3 minutes, cover your face with a warm compress. Remove hot compress and replace it with a cold compress for 30 seconds. You can repeat this process twice or 6 times daily, making proactive changes to your sleeping environment. If you are allergic to pet dust or dander, keep pets out of your bedroom. Buy a humidifier if the air in your home is dry. Alcohol and wine should not be consumed before bedtime. Treating sinusitis. A cold usually causes sinusitis. It's not possible to treat a cold with antibiotics. Nasal irrigation and decongestants can treat sinus infections minimally. Invasive surgery may help reduce the number of sinus infections. Manuka honey. The antibacterial properties of honey are well known. Manuka honey has a number of medicinal uses. Try adding honey manuka to a cup of hot tea. Signs and symptoms. Sinusitis occurs usually after a cold or an upper respiratory tract infection. Some sinusitis symptoms include a discharge from your nose. What about prescription treatments? Dusting and vacuuming can often help reduce exposure to allergens. If these approaches aren't effective, prescription treatments may be the next best step. Chicken soup. The soup has antibacterial and anti-inflammatory ingredients. Scientists don't know what the active ingredient is in chicken soup. Antibiotics. In addition, antibiotics can cause side effects such as a feeling of sickness. The doctor will prescribe antibiotic pills or capsules if they think your sinuses are infected. Preventing sinusitis. You should clean your nose every day with saline nasal spray during the day to moisten nasal passages. Then you should sleep with your head high. Balloon sinuplasty. This is another type of service. Your healthcare provider will inject anesthetic into the tissue surrounding your nose. They'll use an ethic to guide the catheter into your nose. Nasal irrigation. It's one of the cheapest and most effective ways to prevent and treat sinus infections. Homemade remedies can relieve sinusitis symptoms and improve your quality of life. How do I prevent sinus drainage from developing into problems? Stay hydrated at home and use a humidifier if possible. Flush your sinuses with a solution of salt water regularly. What is endoscopic sinus surgery? Endoscopic sinus surgery is a procedure to remove blockages and treat other problems in the sinuses using an endoscope. A cutting of the skin is not necessary in this type of surgery because it is carried out completely through the nostrils. Endoscopic sinus surgery recovery. It's normal to have a bloody discharge after a surgery. Extra strength acetaminophen should be used for mild pain. Aspirin and NSAIDs are not recommended. Functional endoscopic sinus surgery (ESAS) is the standard procedure to treat nose problems. The healthcare provider will put the medication in your nose who may need endoscopic sinus surgery. It can help people with nasal congestion, pain, drainage, difficulty breathing, loss of sense of smell. There are various types of infections, including chronic or persistent infections, nasal polyps, and obstruction of the nose. Is sinus surgery worth it? There are no life-threatening medical conditions for persistent sinus pain. ECS and balloon sinuplasty are minimally invasive surgeries that cure sinus issues. Risks and complications. The risks associated with endoscopic sinus surgery are the same as with any surgical procedure. Bleeding, infections, and eye injuries are rare. Thank you for watching. Do subscribe, like, and share.